Hello everyone, welcome to Inside English series and a new lesson. My name is Ali, and in today's lesson we are going to go to a restaurant and we are going to learn how to speak English in a restaurant. Now, in the first part of the video, it is going to be before going to the restaurant. Before we go to the restaurant, we need to learn some English words and phrases which we use when we are planning to have a meal outside. This is a phrasal verb that is called eat out. Eat out. If you eat out, this means you go to a restaurant or a cafe and eat there. So you're not going to eat at home, you're going to eat out in a restaurant or a cafe or somewhere outside your house. For example, can we eat out tonight? Shall we eat out tonight? Or would you like to eat out tonight? We can also use dine out. Dine out. It also means to have lunch or dinner outside your house. Dine out and eat out. Let's eat out tonight. Now, if you are going to eat out or dine out, before going to the restaurant, you need to make sure that they have a table for you. So let's say that you and your friend are going to eat out and you don't know if they have a table for you. So what do? You need to make a reservation. You're going to call the restaurant and make something called a reservation. Make a reservation, or you need to book a table. Book a table or make a reservation. To book a table or make a reservation, this means you need to call the restaurant and ask them to reserve a table for you. Now, when you go to the restaurant may be very expensive or it may be reasonably priced. Reasonably priced. Reasonably priced means not too expensive and not too cheap either. It is good. It is fair. For example, I checked the menu of that restaurant and it is reasonably priced. Now, let's look at the people working at the restaurant. The people working at the restaurant are called staff. Staff. And we have waiters or waitresses. A waiter is a man. A waitress is a woman. And they're also known as servers. Servers. These are the people who bring the food and drinks to your table and take your orders. We also have a chef. A chef. A chef is the person who cooks the food in the kitchen. A chef. We also have a host or a hostess. A host or a hostess. They welcome you at the door of the restaurant and guide you to your table. We also have a manager. A manager. This person makes sure that everything goes well in the restaurant. A manager. They make sure that everything goes well. Some restaurants have bussers. Bussers. Also known as bus boy or bus girl. They clear the table when you finish eating. Every restaurant has a cuisine. A cuisine. A cuisine is a specific type of food they serve in a restaurant. It could be Russian cuisine, Egyptian cuisine, American cuisine, Spanish cuisine, and so on. A local cuisine is a specific type of food you can find in a particular area. Local cuisine is a specific type of food you can find in a particular area. Local cuisine. For example, in America, hamburgers and hot dogs are the local cuisine. We also have something called continental food. Continental food. Continental food is the food made in countries from Europe. It's European food. European food made in countries from Europe, like French food, Spanish food, Italian food, and so on. So these are continental foods. We also have Oriental food. Oriental food. Oriental food is Asian food. It is from countries in Asia, like Thai food, Japanese food, Chinese food, and so on. What type of food do you prefer? Please write and tell me in the comments below. Now, we also have something called vegetarian. Vegetarian, like I'm a vegetarian. Vegetarian is a type of food that does not have any meat or fish in it. And we also have something called vegan. Vegan. Vegan, again, is like fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, and anything that does not come from animal products. There are no animal products in it. So there is no eggs, no meat, no dairy, nothing that comes from animal at all. It's called vegan. Vegan. Now let's look at how to use what we have learned Now let's practice what we have learned so far. Let's imagine that I'm having a conversation with a friend of mine about going out and having lunch. Would you like to eat out tonight? Would you like to eat out today? Would you like to eat out? Great idea. I like it. Sounds great. Do you have any idea on where we could have lunch or where we could go out? Do you have any idea on where to go? Yes, there is a new restaurant. It just opened up. It is not far from here. There is a new restaurant that just opened up. It is not far from here. I checked the menu of that restaurant and it is reasonably priced. Great. What type of food do they serve? What type of food do they serve? Mostly local cuisine. They serve mostly local cuisine. Nice. So, do they serve continental food? I'm not sure. We could check the menu on the website. Okay, great. But I don't know. I'm a vegetarian. Don't worry. It's okay. They serve vegetarian food too. Now, sometimes the restaurant gets busy on weekends. So before we go, we need to make a reservation. Because sometimes it gets busy on weekends. So let's call first and make a reservation or book a table. Please, if you are still watching this video to this point, please consider subscribing to my channel. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. And now let's move on to the last. Now, when you are at the restaurant, the first thing you ask for is the menu. And the menu is a list of the meals the restaurant has. Some restaurants do not have menus. They have a QR code. That you scan with your mobile phone in order to see what the menu is or what meals they serve at that restaurant. Sometimes on the menu you see something called today's special. Special dish. A special dish is a dish that is made especially for the day, and it is not usually on the menu in the restaurant. When you have a meal at a restaurant, it consists of 3 parts. One is a starter. It's a small dish that you begin with. Then, the main course. The main course is the biggest part of your meal. And finally, dessert. And dessert is the sweet that you eat at the end of your meal. Then after that, we also have something called side dishes. In a restaurant, you can have a side dish or order a side dish. A side dish is an extra food that you order in order to go with your main dish. You can eat it with your main dish. And if your friend orders something and you find it delicious and you want to have the same thing, you can say, make it too. You can ask the waiter to make it too. Or you can say, I will have the same thing. I will have the same order or the same thing. Now let's look at how it goes in a real situation in a restaurant. What conversation is going to happen, what we are going to say the moment that we set foot in a... Could I have the menu, please? Just to check the QR code. Just to scan the QR code. Can I take your orders? Can I take your orders? What would you like to have for the main course? What would you like to have for the main course? I would like to have grilled salmon, please. I would like to have grilled salmon, please. Great choice. Excellent choice. And you? The same. Make it two. Make it two. I will have the same order, please. Okay. Any side dishes? Any side dishes? Yes. Maybe some Caesar salad, please. And please put the dressing on the side. Put the dressing on the side. Put the sauce on the side of the salad. And you? Any side dishes? Yes, please. I would like some French fries, please. While eating in a restaurant, if you would like to ask for anything, you can make a polite request. For example, could you bring us some extra napkins, please? Could you bring us some extra napkins, please? Could you bring us some more water, please? Could you bring us some more water because my glass is almost empty? Could you bring us some more water? Could you bring us some extra napkins? Could you bring us some more salad, please? And so on. So it's a polite request. Finally, before leaving the restaurant, you say, can I have the bill, please? Can I have the bill, please? Or, could you bring us the bill, please? Could you bring us the bill, please? Or, may I get the check? May I get the check? And if you are eating in a restaurant with your friend and you want to split the bill, you could ask the waiter, excuse me, could we split the bill? Or if you would like to pay the bill, all the bill by yourself, you could say, it's on me. It's on me or it's my treat. So my friend is not going to pay anything. I'm going to pay the whole bill. It's on me. That is the end of our episode today. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the show. And please consider subscribing to my channel and support me. And I shall see you again next time, inshallah. Bye-bye.